China is adding muscle as well as money to South Sudan. China's ambassador opens the emergency camp his country's built for South Sudanese made homeless by fighting. This is a new level of engagement for a country that's traditionally hands-off.
Non-interference does not mean standing by when the people of a country facing disaster.
China's also been firm in its message to South Sudan's warring parties.
Ceasefire. Stop fighting.
But the 8,500 UN peacekeepers here are overstretched. So with a return to violence in South Sudan still a real threat, China has agreed to do even more. After extensive negotiations in the UN Security Council, China is to send an infantry battalion of 850 soldiers to add weight and firepower to the UN peacekeepers here. China's stake in South Sudan's vital oil industry is worth billions of dollars. China's willing to help the UN a lot more if the UN keeps the oil fields safe. Chinese private business as well as government invests here, but half the country's Chinese workers fled the violence over the past 6 months. The owners of this market garden outside Juba have lost casual customers, but still supply local Chinese hotels. They have a 15-year lease and they're digging in for the long haul.
We want to capitalize on this trend of investment in Africa to benefit not just us, but also people of this country. This is what is called social responsibility.
And in another pragmatic policy shift, China says it's halted arms sales to the South Sudan army until both sides stop fighting. Its principle today in South Sudan, says the ambassador, is
not export any arms or weapons to the conflict countries.
China's halted discussions over a $2 billion loan to the government too. In theory, these initiatives give China more influence here. The risk is that it also increases China's exposure if the fighting, massacres and destruction continue. Anita McNaught, Al Jazeera, Juba.